I'm Selina. I've been diagnosed with Variegate Porphyria last year. I like walking. I do a lot of walking. I try and do 5 miles every day. I like outdoor sports, climbing, rock climbing, bouldering, and yeah, just spending time with my little boy. He's 6 years old. He's completely nuts. He's a typical boy. He loves his sports, he loves his cars, wrestling, anything noisy basically. But he's a real sweetheart.
The acute porphyrias are rare inherited conditions. Most people inheriting acute porphyria have no symptoms at all and stay completely well for their whole life. And a small number of people with acute porphyria have attacks of very severe, excruciating pain, mainly in the stomach area. In certain types of acute porphyria, people can have blistering skin lesions when they've been out in the sun.
So for me, it affects my skin quite a lot, but with the acute symptoms I do get like stomach aches, I get a lot of nausea, vomiting, so a bit of everything for me. Initially it was weight loss. I just lost a lot of weight even though I wasn't trying to or doing anything. Lesions and cuts and blisters on my hands, on my face, and then as well as having tummy aches, feeling nausea, sickness, so it was quite a bit all kind of rolled into one. But then my skin did get very, very dark, like I was unrecognisable. So I did go to the GP and he asked me what part of Africa I'm from. And I said, I'm not African, I'm Asian. She got quite shocked. So she straight away she said, okay, I'm going to send a referral to the dermatologist. He had a look at my hands, look at my face and said, I don't think it's hyperpigmentation, I don't think it's melasma, I think it's this thing called porphyria. It was 8 months. Which is quite quick, I think. People go through lots of misdiagnosis as well before porphyria is found, so I'm quite lucky. I think it was quite a short time for me.
There is certainly an increased risk of anxiety and depression in patients with acute porphyria. These are not directly related to the porphyria itself. These are more the effects of living with a complex condition.
Not to sound vain or anything like that, but when you've got issues with your face, it did knock my confidence quite a bit. I think probably the school playground was the hardest, dropping my son off and picking him up and he's telling me, and I could hear children as well saying, oh mummy, I'm scared. And the teacher mentioned it as well, that some of the kids just are a little bit scared. You're coming in with a mask on and a cap and stuff. So I think for him it was a little bit difficult for him to understand. He was around 5 at the time. He was quite concerned, especially at bedtime or in the morning when he's waking up, to see his mum, bleeding various parts of my face, on my hands. I think it's been long enough now that everyone's kind of got used to it. And my little boy will even say, oh, Mama, the sun's out, have you got your mask? So yeah, I think everyone's kind of used to it. I don't really need to use sunscreens. It's not something I've ever used before. So I did try various ones. What the GP hadn't told me was that I need certain... So from the initial diagnosis, when the dermatologist had given me the little post-it note with porphyria written on it, one of the first things that came up was the BPA. So I did have a really good read through their website and got a lot of information from there.
I think if people know they've got acute porphyria and they're struggling, then they should ask their GP to refer them to a specialist porphyria centre, and also make contact with the patient group, BPA. So I think sometimes people don't realise there is support out there.
Just to carry on, be you, own the condition, just get on with it, get out there, and just having a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of acceptance that, okay, you know, you do need to be a little bit different. Just, you know, I'm still me, but just got a mask on.
Yeah.